to the mic. I can see on my meter that there's some sort of a limiter on it, which I don't have in my filters on OBS. I've got a compressor, I checked settings, I've got a gate and an EQ, but the I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, let's see. I'll try to expand on it after the stream. Let's not waste more time on it and carry on. I'm gonna hit recording again for the content after. Okay, so with that being said, so the plan today, obviously, last time we finished all of the layering for the guitar and all of that. At the end, we settled on some leads that we said we're gonna come back and visit this stream just to see on it with a fresh listen if they, sound good. One more thing I want to add is there are a few sections um, where I just want to add some more instruments to a certain phrases, just to make it more impactful. So, but we'll do that. So it's a little bit of polishing. I might add some tuned drums. We'll see. But the main purpose of today is to finish every single thing that has to do with writing and select the bass sound that we want, select the drum sound that you want, make sure we do all the velocities for the drums, for the drum parts and all of that stuff, and finish the post-production today, hopefully. So let's see what we can do. I keep trying to see and check the mic level here just to see if everything is all right. Okay, so we'll start. Let's give this track a listen just to see where we are, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so that's the track. So what I'm gonna do, let me just write down quickly what the things that I want to go after. Some of the things that I definitely want to do, and some of the things that I just want to revise and see if I want to do the changes that I'm thinking of. So the first thing is, as I said, I want to add um, I want to add instruments to these the transitional phrases, which we're gonna do first. And then I just want to see if there's a section here where we might add also some tuned percussions, but I'm gonna put this as revised because, I just want to try it out. Tuned percussions. And there's the solos at the end. At the end, I want to extend the note at the very end, just so with that when I print it to audio, I will have more room to play with. So solo at the end, extend. Obviously, what we're gonna do as well is check the tones of band, right? And revise drum programming. So that is some points we can start with to see where this track is gonna take us today. All right, so what we're gonna do first, let's go to the first section. Oh, and there's one more thing is that choir add articulation. So there's a section where I didn't like the articulation of the choir, so I'm gonna add a different one. Let's just go through it one by one. So first, I think it's this one here. Yes, so here, what I'm thinking, because it's kind of like a very percussive section, da, 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 da. I'm gonna just add more low end orchestral instruments. Maybe I'll use woodwinds here just so I can, and everything after I print it to audio, I'll balance it when I uh, mix, because as I said before in the last session and the one after, is right now when I write, I don't care about gain station. I'm just in the writing hat, and then when I transfer everything to audio from MIDI, and I change this session to a mixing session, um, then we will be in gain staging, because normally I gain stage the band and then gain stage the other element like the orchestration and then the production around it, and then that will give me a rough mix ish, and then I'll go over and maybe add more mix elements, and then you will have the track ready. Right, so here first let's start with the strings. I think the strings is already going with the phrase, but I don't know how low. So let me see if we can get it lower. So solo the low strings. Let me go to the channel. So we are right there. Okay, so I want these notes and I want to see how low we can get them. Let's go to right. So we can go here. I think this is the zero register is the one where it ends. I think this is because all the key switches are on this register. Right, so let's move on. I'm gonna go section by section. So we've got the low strings here. High strings. Like here, for example, this I want to see if we can, because remember with the patch I am loading, this is an entire like entire section of high string instruments like violas, violin 1, violin 2, but this way will give me, the opportunity to add more registers and more octaves to the phrase. So let's go ahead and see if we can add a higher one. So we're in the third register. Wait, I just want to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay. Let's go here. Right, so originally, I don't know, I just got confused a little bit. Or so originally, we start on the fourth register. So let's try to see if we can go to the fifth one. Okay, so there is no fifth. So there is no point of doing this. Let's see if we can go to the fourth. Oh, interesting. So I don't know, for on a first glance I thought that I've octaved this, but now I'm looking at it properly and this is not octave, this is it's playing chords. So if we go like this. Okay. Okay. And was the other one octaved or was the other one? Ah, there you go. So even this. So here we've done a mistake, really. So let's take these. Let's do this. Why is it playing it like this? Did we mess up the dynamics by mistake? Let's see. Oh, okay. I know what happened. You need to play it from here. Sorry, we need to play it from here. What happened is that because we went to this register by mistake when we were, adding notes, we triggered a key switch. Okay. Let's go to 16th note and see together. So that's low strings and high strings together. Okay, so now let's go quickly to what we've got on the brass section. Fantastic. We don't have anything in Symbassi. I think the entire track, neither this or the tuba. Which is good, because now we have the opportunity to do something about it. Let's take this right here and copy it. We'll go to Symbassi. Let's go to, let's go to the grid. Where are we? Okay. I'll paste this now. For some reason, I don't think this is panned correctly. can see that it's stereo, obviously, and I can see that it's not to one side. So this is the first time I deal with Simbasi. I don't think it's the same as. Let me check quick. Let me check quickly. Where do they normally pan it? So, Simbasi panning. I normally use the image with all of the orchestration placement. I mean, now I know most of them, but when I use like some ad hoc orchestrational instrument, I use this orchestration panning, and I use this image right here. Right. Oh. So which one is Simbas? Like as you can see, there's a lot of these photos where they don't have it in. Let's see, Simbasi, orchestral position. Trombone, tuba, all of that I know. I know that tuba is obviously lower than Simbasi, so Simbasi is like between these two. I'm just gonna take an uneducated guess and just put it on the right hand side. I'm gonna just do a moderate 20. Okay, now let's shift to the proper register. Oh, sorry. Let's shift here. How low can this go? I think let's leave the extreme low registers to the tuba. This needs when we go to mix this is gonna need some very some definite high pass filtering and like low frequency controlling. Okay, I just want to check the articulation that we're on because we just slapped the MIDI and didn't check which articulation. So we are, as you can see, on sustain. I would go and change this because I don't think this is the best one that we have. I mean, they provide us here with Marcato, so I'm gonna try the long and the short. See which one is better. So they have the key switches up at the higher register. Makes sense. And the 6. So here. Okay, so they have it in the 6 register, and they have. Where are we? They have D as Marcato short and C sharp as Marcato long. Let's try long first. Okay, sounds more aggressive, which is what we need. This is the entire purpose of, you know, adding more layers to this section. All right, let's try short. No, definitely long. All right, so that's sorted for here. Fantastic. With the right volume, this could add the layer that we're looking for. Let's move to tuba. So let's take the notes with us. Where are you? Right here. So we start on 77. Start properly on 77 because I've done this before where I'm on the wrong articulation and then you end up, you know, pasting MIDI notes on, you know, offbeat. Okay. Oh, see? So that's why we needed to go here, go here. Tuba, obviously. Is this playing tuba? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Okay, good. Now we figured out what we've done wrong. So first, I haven't even routed. Right, okay, yeah, we don't need this anymore. We were experimenting with the horns here, we don't need this anymore. Tuba. Okay, let's so probably this let's go to the correct register for it. We've got ones and twos. Let me check if this is playing from 6. So this is probably playing from the wrong contact instance. So we need to select the brass one. Brass. String instruments. Wire synths. Where is the brass one? So what's this connected to? 10. This connected to 10. I hate when Contact does this. Ah, I know why. Yes. So we didn't activate this bomb. Now, if you click on it, should work, I guess. Ah, you need to unsolo, and now you can solo this. Ta-da! All right, so that's fixed. Okay, so let's again see which articulations we're gonna choose. So obviously we go back to Audio Imperia. On the Symbassi we were on Metropolis. Let's try between the staccatissimo and staccato. So C sharp -1 and D -1. Put this aside here and try with the articulation. Got it soloed. All right, let's go to 64. Go to -1. What should we try first? Looking at it, C sharp -1. Let's see how the staccatissimo is. It's too short for this section, so we're gonna try now the staccato, which is D -1. I still think, to be honest with you, it's pretty short. So let's see with the final options that they gave us, which is C -1, which is sustained. It's not as aggressive, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna now unsolo this and try both options. And when I mean both, I'm just saying sustained and staccato, because I think staccatissimo is too short. Obviously this needs to go way down in volume, and I want to try to see if the 0 register is working here. if we shift this down an octave, yes. Fantastic. Okay, so now, just so I can play it back properly, again, as I've been saying multiple times, just in case we've got new viewers on Twitch or Kick. So we are in the writing process right now. When I'm in the writing process, I don't really care about the levels or the gain staging. We're at the end of the writing process, so after these stuff, I've got some things written on my note. I want to finish the session, and hopefully we'll print all MIDI to audio. Then next session we will have an audio printed down session that's ready to be mixed. We'll mix the band first, and when I say band, I'm just talking about guitar, bass, and drums. And then I'll introduce orchestra, and then I'll introduce production elements. When I'm saying introduce, I'm talking about like the volume, right? So I'll gain stage the band, and then gain stage the orchestra around the band, and then gain stage the production elements, right? And then we'll see where that takes us. That gonna be probably in the next session. Now I just want by the end of this session to finish every single thing up to that point, so that next time we have that. Also for new viewers as well, I can see on YouTube. This is normally I do original music, but this is a cover I've done for a track called Holy Orders for a game called Guilty Gear. It's one of the games I grew up playing, but the music in it inspired me to, one of the things that inspired me to, write music and, become a musician in general. So I wanted to kind of pay homage to it. I already did a cover for Guilty Gear, an OST called The Midnight Carnival, back I think in 2016 when I started music production. Now I'm doing Holy Orders, also OST. It's from a different game. I think that one is from Guilty Gear XX. This one is from like the first. Every Guilty Gear has an Holy Order track, but I think Holy Orders is has been on in every game, right? So it's one of the main OSTs. So yeah, I want to see like how far I've come with like production and stuff. The original track, if you listen to it, Guilty Gear Holy Orders, doesn't have a lot of orchestration. It does have string sections in the second solo, and it has organs, and it has harp scored. I don't think it has like full orchestration instruments like brass or woodwinds or things like that. But that's what I wanted to add in this version. Okay, so let's carry on and see where we've got. So the second part we want to emphasize is this, right? So again, as you can see, I don't have here some bassi or a tuba. I'm gonna add those, and we're gonna go to the low string register and see if we can add another layer down, high string register, add another layer up, just because this, I find it kind of like a release, like you're building up in this solo here, and then you release it, and then you go to the second part of the first solo, right? Okay, so yes, this sounds good. Yeah, sorry, just got distracted by my mic levels. Let's go and add it, and I will just want to see if we can add woodwinds here just before we go. Just one last thing as an experiment. Why not? So let's go to this section here, build a MIDI track, And I've added with the woodwinds. I've added an entire like the just one channel with the entire ensemble. I didn't want to go very sophisticated with it, like uh, add individual instruments. Just didn't find the need for it. As you can see, I didn't even use woodwinds in the entire track. I just added the track when I was building it. Um, I added the channel when I was building the track just to see if I'm gonna need it. I ended up not need. I think I ended up layering something and then deleting it. But let's see if we can use it here. Excuse me. Right. So again, copy notes. Let's go to this section here. Just copy the note. Doesn't matter which register. We can just increase it as we go. I think did I copy the articulation as well? No, good, because I don't need it. I don't need the articulation to go with this. Let's go woodwinds here, 77, and paste this. Now, before anything, and before I change the register or anything, I just want to check if the Audio Imperial woodwinds here matches the latency, because as you can see, I haven't adjusted it here, while the other ones I've adjusted them. And for new viewers, we somebody asked me last time, why do I adjust it from here and not from Audio Imperia itself? Because it has the knob to adjust the latency for each patch. The reason is because I try to form like one habit in case I use something else. Like here in the brass, I've used everything Audio Imperia except Simbazi, which is Metropolis Arc, and then back to Audio Imperia. And I don't want to like do 3 instruments adjusting latency from within the track, and then 1 instrument adjusting it from Cubase, and then go, no, I like to keep the same format. Okay. So here it seems like I haven't adjusted the latency. So let's go and check in Audio Imperia how you can adjust the latency of the track. So you go to S start here. Normally, when you open the library, you will find it like this, on 12 o'clock. Now, one way to adjust it is exactly like what I was doing, is to get the S start. And I think S is sample, a sample start, I think. Normally, if you hover around stuff, it will show you information here, but it's not showing it, doesn't matter. So, sample start, it shows here at 12 o'clock, meaning that it's exactly how it's recorded, which we don't want that, because every single sample, every single library is recorded in a different like timing, depending on the player, right? When they play exactly the instrument. This is why sometimes if you try to layer bass instruments on top of each other, you'll find that some of them are not faster, but some of them are not in time. And this is the same thing obviously with the orchestra. Okay, so how can you fix this? Is you go here and you check what it says here. So 125 milliseconds late. So you go to Cubase and you type on the track minus 125. Okay, and you should have by now the correct start point of the instrument. So let's see if that fixed it here. Okay, first the dynamics are very, again, because we're doing like metal and rock, I make the dynamics a little bit unrealistic just so it can cut through the mix. Now, can you make the dynamics realistic and make it cut through the mix? Definitely. But I think it's just more, it just can cut better when you're doing it like this, because after all like the guitars, especially when you have multiple guitars, like you have the double rhythm and the solo and other elements, a lot of the dynamics of the orchestration is gonna get lost anyway. That's what I find. Because I mean, I try to kind of like make correct velocities and make correct modulation, but it's just I don't know, I find it a little bit weak. Um, so that's why sometimes it depends on the track, right? I just max the dynamics. Now, if there is a section where it's a little bit less guitar-y, you know, like in my last track, I had a section where the after the breakdown, it was more of a metalcore, modern metal track. But after the breakdown, I had a section where just the orchestra is playing, and I emphasized the dynamics there way more than I would used to while everything's playing together. So, with that being said, let's see what we've got. Let's add a few registers because this is the entire ensemble of woodwinds. Okay, let's do one more. Go extreme on this. So as you can see, a lot of the times here in this track, I'm using the orchestra as more of a support or kind of I don't want to say effect, but more of a decoration for the track. That's why, for example, like if you were gonna write like a proper orchestral piece, I don't think you will just write the chord, open an entire ensemble, and just paste the chord and on every single. I don't think you will do that if you're doing something again similar to what I've done in my last track, right? But this I have a different purpose, like especially in this phrase here. The purpose here is to emphasize the attack of this percussive phrase. Okay, so that's done here. We have the same bit somewhere else. So let's go ahead and deal with that now. I'm gonna elongate this all the way to here, and then try to locate that part which is right here. So it repeats here. Good. So let's paste it here and deal with it right now. So what bar is this? 109. Fantastic. All right, let's take these two. I'm gonna Control A them, and also 109. Delete this. If I did, what will happen? Oh, anyway, it's okay. So let's do it with instrument by instrument. So Control A, copy 109, paste here. Control A, copy 109, paste. Okay. Ah, it's because I've reduced this. Okay, so let's do. I can't wait until I balance all the volumes together. Because right now it sounds like a mess. Okay. Right here. So again, let's try the high strings. Wait. What? Wait. Okay, play it then. Okay, I think. By the way, yeah, what I was trying to see is if this is actually is playing. Like, does the this patch reaches this register, which it should, because it's normal for high strings to reach the fifth register. But what I'm gonna do, Wild Dingleberry, thank you so much for the follow on Kick. Really appreciate it. Where are you watching us from? Let's see. Let's see the low ones. What we need to see is if we can go lower. So we're at the second register here. New to Kick. Yeah, to be honest with you, me too. So, from New York. I'm streaming from the UK. It's 7:15 here. It's probably about 2 p.m. where you are. How's it going? Do you do any composition or do you do any music? Oh my god, I nailed it. 2:15. Jesus, because it's 5 hours. Because I deal with North Carolina a lot from the UK. Like, I do business with them there, and I know that it's when we have our 2 o'clock meeting here, like 2 p.m. meeting in the UK. It's 9 in North Carolina, but I didn't know what the time would be in New York. All right, fantastic. And several. So you do work for different bands, or you are in different bands. What type of metal do you do? Very snowy. We had snow actually last week. Uh, no, no, yeah, Sunday. When did we have Thursday? I think. Um, yeah, and I really wanted it to last longer, but apparently we're gonna have another snow storm thing on Wednesday. Hopefully it will last longer. Yeah, but thank you for joining. Let me know what kind of metal do you do. Actually, I think because it's uh like 45 minutes in the stream already, I think we're due to play the track a little bit. So I'm gonna play from the beginning. I'm not gonna play all of it. I'm just gonna play half of it. So this is a cover for. Normally I do original music and I do like modern metal and things like that. But this is a cover I'm doing for a game called Guilty Gear. The track is Holy Orders. I grew up playing Guilty Gear and got inspired me. One of the things that inspired me to go into like metal music and heavy music, although the style is a little bit old school and stuff, it's very melodic. If you don't know it, look it up. It's a very interesting game. But this is like a cover of it. And although I do mostly original music, but what I like about doing covers from time to time is trying to recreate what the guy what Daisuke Ishitiwari, I think his name, or any other cover musician that I'm doing that I'm covering, what were they thinking and all of that stuff, and trying to add uh, things to elements to the track. So this one has some elements that are exactly the same from the track, and it has some elements that extra. So Daisuke didn't orchestrate this to full extent. He only added some string sections and harps and organs. I've added some other stuff. But I mean, this is how it sounds so far. This is not mixed. I'm just writing. So when I write, I'm in the writing process. I don't care about gain stage because I bounce all the MIDI to audio and then I change the session to a mixing session, and then I'll gain stage the band and then the orchestra and then the production elements and things like that. So that's normally how it goes. So don't really focus about how the mix sounds, just how the writing is. So let's play it and tell me what you think. Anyway, it repeats, but yeah, except for the end section where I've added a segment from another OST from Guilty Gear, kind of an Easter egg called Feedback. So I've added. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna listen to this part, let me know. But just to reply to what you said, deathcore is actually the genre that I grew up on. My favorite deathcore bands are As Blood Runs Black and All Shall Perish. Obviously, I used to listen to some Carnifex and Job for a Cowboy and stuff, but All Shall Perish and As Blood Runs Black. To me, this is what I used to listen to. Suicide Silence as well a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. I just gravitated to that kind of like palm mute, like alternate palm mute type of things. And As Blood Runs Black, like I don't know. It's just one of my top 5 bands. My top 5 bands actually are from different genres, but the deathcore one is As Blood Runs Black. Which is funny because I wrote a homage track for As Blood Runs Black that I'm gonna do after this, and gonna call the track Allegiance brackets As Blood Runs Black homage, and it's such a homage to them. I wrote this like 5-6 years ago or something. But I was looking through the tabs that I wrote, and I was like, oh, let me do this, and yeah. Uh, Brands of Sacrifice, Angel Maker, Within of Destruction. Yes. Also some new stuff like obviously Lorna Shore and stuff. But you know how it is. Nostalgia wins all the time. So to me, ABRB, and All Shall Perish, top to me. Like that's like a personal thing. But I can show you if you want, right? The tabs, not like how the the Guitar Pro session of the As Blood Runs Black homage track that I wrote and that I'm gonna do after this one. Maybe you can tell me what you think. But yeah, thanks for. I'm really glad I found another deathcore fan. Let's see. Can you please look up somber coffin dehumanization on your own time? Sorry, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I was just reading your chat. You were asking if I can look up somber coffin dehumanization plague. Um, I think you can definitely get up and work on some. Yes, 100%, 100%. I would really be happy to collab, especially if someone across the across the globe, like UK, US type of collab. That would be cool. Um, I am more of a riff guitarist. I'm not very good at solos. Um, I mean these type of solos are like stuff that I can do maybe, but I mean we can talk about that. But yeah, definitely. I mean you've got all my socials in the about below the stream on Kick, so feel free to connect with me and DM me on Instagram or something so we can chat about it 100%. But yeah, uh, if you say, I think you said that you do orchestrations and stuff, so maybe we can definitely align on something. 100%. Oh wow, I still don't understand. So how many bands do you have? Yeah, definitely go for it. Just you've got all the links, uh, and feel free to reach out 100%. Um, so let me just carry on with the I just so basically I've wrote down some like checklists to do on the stream. So the first one is just I just want to emphasize some phrases here, and let me just do this at least so we can check at least one thing off the stream list, and then I will show you the Guitar Pro version of the Homage as Blood Runs Black track I've done. Um, but yeah, so what we have is we have this phrase here. We already emphasized it, and now I want to move to this. So I want, because what I'm thinking of is, and so let me try to order my thoughts. So first of all, I think that this solo, which I called here Guitar Solo 1, has two sections. And the way I'm thinking about it is that this section is kind of like a tension build, and then you release it with this phrase, and then you go to like kind of the emotional uh, aspect of the second part of this solo, right? And I got inspired by these kind of like emphasizing little phrases within tracks. I'm not sure you're gonna guess where from, but it's actually from the Attack on Titan openings, the first one and the second one. So especially with the second one, there is a lot of parts where, if I can play it, but I don't want to get a copyright strike, but there are a lot of parts on that track where the track is playing, and then for like 3-4 notes, it's like a phrase, everything comes together exactly similar to this. So that's where I got it from. So I'm trying to add like elements from everything I like here. Um, all right, so let's go to the trombones and see what registers we're playing with here. So here we went down to the first register, but and I think that's the limit of the trombone. Oh, well, Dingleberry, thank you so much for following on Twitch as well. I much appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys. I think if you're viewing us for the first time, be a legend like Wild Dingleberry and give us a follow. We're trying to hit the goals on this sick side here. Just so we can, try to make sure we can, carry on doing this. And hopefully improve the stream every time. Right, so Simbasi, let's go to the trombones and copy the notes. I'm just gonna copy one register because I don't need really every single register in the world. And I'm gonna go to the Symbasi. And what bar are we on? 86. Change to full bar and then paste it. And let's see what registers. So going back to the first one we emphasized, which registers did we choose here? Say, so we chose the first register as the lowest. So if we go to 86, we should do the same. Fantastic. Okay. I don't think this needs any more editing. And since I'm not going to put an articulation before this because we're only using the Symbasi in this track for these phrases. Now this repeats as well. So let's take care of it right now and then go and add it in the second repetition, which is on bar 118. Fantastic. Now we've got this basic covered. I think the entire track. We'll do another listen at the end, at the very end, to see if we can add any more impactful elements like this. Right, let's go to now the tuba and do the same thing. So tuba here, we went to the 0 register as the lowest register. So let's take that. Sorry, no, I made a mistake. Let's take the MIDI from 86. What am I doing? Let's go take the MIDI from 86, go to tuba. Now we're on track. Okay. And again, shift it down to the 0 register. Okay, now this is weird because so it ends. Let's summon the instance. It ends, so E0 doesn't play. I think it ends right. I think F0 is where it ends. So if we only had one note like this, would have played one note away. But that's fine. So I'm just gonna keep it like this and remove the 0 register and rely on the first the E1 register here. Okay, now we copy it and we go to the other section, which is 118. By the way, if you're wondering how to go quickly, when you, for example, because in Cubase, like let's say you wanna assign let's say 115, and then this doesn't go along, right? So if you link it, it will always follow it. And I think this has a shortcut, which is exclamation mark. It's annoying to get to, so I think it's just easier to click it, but it's way better. So now if I do this, it will just take me there, and when I zoom in, it will zoom on both. It's also sometimes helpful to unlink it, but this instance, linking it is the best. So let me paste this as well. Alright, so we covered everything here. Let me just check if the low strings are covering the lowest possible. So did we do this here? Really excited to release this. I just want to see what the Guilty Gear fans would say. Would they like it? Would they not? Because I think people liked my old cover for Midnight Carnival, which is another OST for Guilty Gear. So I hope they like this one. I don't want to butcher it. Okay, so as you can see, we can even go lower here on the low strings, which is fantastic. Let's try to be adventurous and see if we can go even lower than that. But I don't think so, because now we are in the key switches territory. Yeah, I know. The it's just because imagine if Daisuke himself like listens to it, and then I'm like, and then for example he likes the track. That would be fantastic. I think why do I think Daisuke is a legend? Because with Guilty Gear, he did the music, he did the character design, he did the story, he did the game development. And normally, when you have people that are jack of all trades, they excel at something and they might be good at others. But every single category I've mentioned in Guilty Gear, in my opinion, is top notch, right? It's literally top notch. Character design is exactly right up my alley. Music, really right up my alley. Story, fantastic. Um, yeah, so that's why I'm like, if you listen to it, I'll be starstruck a little bit. To be honest with you. So we've added the first register here. Oh shit, 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 shit. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Where do you think here? Alright. Oops. Alright. Done. Ooh, alright, so high strings finally. I know that we've checked this. This is the maximum we can go. Alright, and last but not least is we get this section and we just put it on every single octave in the woodwinds. So let's go woodwinds. Oh shit again. So let me just tell you the mistake I'm doing. So what's happening is that I'm going to, let's say, this section, right? I'm copying the MIDI. And oh, it shows the wrong section. I'm going, for example, to this section here. Trombones, let's say. Okay. Yes, so let's say I'm copying the MIDI. And then what I'm doing is that I'm clicking on woodwinds, putting this here because I want to paste it here, and then I'm pasting. So what happens is that now I'm in this workspace. I'm not here. So when I'm pasting, it's pasting another MIDI track here. So the way to fix it is that make sure this white outline is the space you want to work in. And we want to paste it in the MIDI editor. So you just click here, boom, and now you paste. And you've got the MIDI notes here. Okay, so all right, let's see if the woodwinds go to E1. Sounds hilarious. Right, so let's paste this in every single register known to man. Wait. Okay, so 5 is the maximum. Boom. Oops. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm trying to I will tell you one thing I've learned. I think this is my 7th stream, right? So I'm still brand new to this. But what I'm learning is to kind of whatever I'm thinking to say, right? Because if you look at my first stream, I stayed 3 hours. I haven't said a single thing. Because when you sit alone, right, and you're concentrating, like you're just not talking, right? So this is the kind of like multitasking I'm trying to develop. Now, one thing I'm gonna be excited for, and I think it's gonna be tricky to do on stream, but I want to do it just to kind of like, you know, develop that skill, for lack of better words, is to write music. Obviously, I'm writing music now, but this is a cover song. I'm just like adding decorations to it. But to go to one of my ideas, right, and actually write on stream, because I think that's gonna be a little bit difficult, because when you write sometimes, like let's say you write a riff, oh no, it's bad. Oh, I want to change this note. Oh, let me listen to it again. Listen 13,000 times, and then you add something, and then it's just like sometimes you get nitpicky on like 2 bars, for billionaires. And I want to see if I can do it on stream. Now the cool thing is that streaming is gonna help me develop 2 skills. Number one is how to do this faster. Number two is to develop the discipline to commit. So let's say that example that I said, you're writing a riff or you're writing like something, drum roll or drum fill or whatever. If you're alone and you have all the time in the world, you will keep writing this forever, but if because I do this for myself, I don't like have clients or anything. This is my work, like my work. I don't like, I'm not doing anything for anybody else, so I don't have deadlines. But the stream is going to give me that kind of like fake deadline, and people are watching, they need to move on, things like this, so we'll have to move on, so it'll make me want to commit and things like that. I'm really excited to develop that, because it will make me just be faster and commit to more ideas, and export more ideas faster, basically. All right, so let's copy this and put it here. And also developing multitasking skills as well. It's hard to get a lot of work done while also keeping people entertained. I just talk to myself a lot, and how. Yeah. No, 100%. And I think the best way is to go back to the reason why I streamed the first place. Is that what I was doing is obviously writing music by myself, and I was like, I can do exactly the same thing that I'm doing, but with people. And then you never know, I might find people that have the same kind of interest as me, and then maybe we can like develop the song together and all of that stuff, and like make some gimmicks about it. And how fun would that be? So just remembering the reason for this, I think, is gonna it makes me kind of like get into that mood and just try to finish the track and do the track on the stream or live. Fantastic. Now one last thing I want to add is choir. Right there. So let's go to the choir and start building some phrases. So for that, I just need to summon the instance to see what phrases we've got here. The men and the women are playing at the same time, so because they're playing from the same MIDI track and they have the same MIDI, the same articulation keys, this green one. So whenever I change the keys, it will change on both instances. Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Especially if you put in the work, So let's try this together here and see what we've got. So first, I need the notes. The notes are gonna come from, I think it's a one-liner here. Obviously, we don't need the 0 register, but let's go to 86. And let's go to choir ensemble and paste it right here. Oh, again, I've done the same mistake. So let's go to, again, choir ensemble, go to this window and paste it right here. And then we've got it on the 0 register, but as we can see, we've done it before on the kind of second register. So let's shift it up. Let me hear it by itself. Okay, so first of all, we need to, because there's a lot of sh from this library, the way to remove that is by lowering the velocity. So they have every single velocity, every single range of velocity. Like for example, here I've put the velocity, I think, around 100 and it got rid of the S's, but because the part I pasted is 127, it kept them. So if I go to change this to 100, it will remove that a little bit. Just like that. And now it's cleaner. And if I paste it again, fantastic. All right, so that sounds good to me. I just want to control what they say. So the way to do that is let's go to 32, or actually 64 is faster. Not faster, but I just feel comfortable doing 64. All right, and then so I'm looking at the phrases here, and I'm thinking something like I normally think of the syllable, like obviously this is called syllable, but I'm thinking of the, like, is it an A syllable, an E syllable, and more than the S's and the T's. So I'm thinking la, E. So you can go la meat, or la si to, la si to de. Let's do these for so far. La si do. Okay, so la. All right. Wait, what are you doing? What? Ooh, this is minus right here. Oh, that's in the minus register. Silly me. All right, so la, mi. La mi so, la mi, so, so, la mi so, da da da. I know that the last one is an E thing, so I'm gonna put keep, for example. I know that the second to last one is a la thing, so maybe let's go with fa or ra. And this is the one that's missing for me. I mean, we can go with another but maybe another articulation. So fa, fa rami. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sounds not bad. All right, let's take this. And where do you belong again here? All right, there. Okay, 118. Done this 16 times. So, wait. Wait. I one second. I've never seen these plugins before, so I'm locked in. Right, so I will tell you about this choir chorus and why I think it's one of the best ones. So let me just paste this here. Basically, but 1 second. This is okay. Something is stubborn. What's wrong? Is this not being copied properly? What do you want? Uh-huh. All right. No. not all right. Well, I mean, yeah, I can fix it. So if I go here, okay, and no, sorry. If I go just here, and I go to 118 and paste it, now we're done. Yes. So with the chorus, where is it? Here it is. So basically, this library is obviously Audio Imperia. I love Audio Imperia the best. I mean, Spitfire are nice, but why I love Audio Imperia the best and Metropolis Arc 1 is because they're going for the epic trailer type of sounds, right? Spitfire, a lot of the time, they don't go to that extreme, like, triple F. Um, I don't know, like it just sounds softer. But Audio Imperia, is normally the ones that I like to experiment with and like to buy because they match what I try to do, just kind of like the epic stuff. And the things that are, like for example, again, that sounds like the Final Fantasy 7 stuff or the Attack on Titan stuff, very like orchestral sounds that works with rock and metal. Now, here's the thing with this library in particular, which is this one, right? You've got some unique things you can do. So you can do sustained phrases and short phrases in this almost in the same um, instance. And also you can do like locked phrases, like for example here in the multi-patch. I'm on the multi-patches, right? So if you have, as you can see, I've loaded the men traditional syllables, which is this one, and the woman traditional syllables, which is where is it? This one. And they're both playing from the same. The output is the same channel, and they're both playing from the same MIDI part, right? And this is how you get like a full proper ensemble, because in a lot of other ensembles, like you get to the high registers and the men sounds terrible, and you go to the lower registers with the woman and then they sound terrible, right? But with this one, the way I set it up here is, you've got both in different instances playing from the same channel, the same key changes, and whatever you play, it will come out of the right instance. Now, another thing is that the articulation themselves sounds good. So the short and the longs, like if this one, let me see if my MIDI keyboard's connected. It's not. I mean, I'll connect it in a second. But if you play long stuff, see it plays, and if you do, also plays it short, and that is very fantastic, right? And not a lot of libraries do this. Not a lot of libraries get this, like I don't know, there's something weird about this where you can play long notes and short notes and everything you want, and it all sounds brilliant from the same instance. Like what's going on? I don't know. Like if you load something, like in my last track, let me play something for you. um Welcome to some you can use on Edge. Right. So this track here is gonna be on Spotify on the 17th of January. Today's the 14th. So 3 days from now, I'm actually gonna do like an unpack session of this. But normally, I obviously release it Spotify, put the date, and then but upload it on SoundCloud at the same time. So on this track that I'm gonna play right now, you're gonna see that I've added also like a lot of staccato choirs, and I've used a different library. But with this one, you'll see that I had to do uh like I had to use multiple things to achieve this sound. Well, this library that I'm using right now, it's uh, just more dynamic with one library. You're kidding. The 17th is your birthday. What? Jesus. I mean, happy birthday, man. How old would you be? That's really interesting. Make sure you binge. Well, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna tell you to binge my track on your birthday. But enjoy your birthday, man. I hope it plays out well. Um, that's what a coincidence. So this is how that was that section. I'll just play the beginning of it so you can see because the choirs are at the beginning. Wait, I'm playing this and then I looked at my OBS and I found out that I've muted my desktop audio. What a fool. Sorry about this. Let me let me play again. But since I've paused it, guess what? I've actually turned 30 this year, November. Well, this year, I mean like this November, so a couple of months ago. And yes, we did a big celebration, went to Venice, and it was a big deal for me, a lot of stuff, written down about what I want to do, all of that stuff. So yeah, our one advice is, I mean, I've only done it 2 months ago. It's not like I'm an expert of being 30, right? But one thing I've done, which helped me, is that I literally wrote down a list of what I wrote, like 10 things I learned in my 20s. So 10 years, 10 things, right? And 10 things I'm looking to do in my 30s. So 10 years, 10 things. Write it down. You'll have fun doing this and you'll discover a lot. Just like something I did. Yeah, I don't know what you think of this idea. But let me play again. Anyway, so that's the track. But as you can see, there was a part where there was a staccato, like dut, 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 a choir, and then you've got some part where it was long. Like here it says right. So that was, I had to use like different stuff to achieve these sounds. And by the way, I might do something similar this one because there is a section right after what we were doing now that I might use another articulation of that library, just because I want the sustain, which here they don't have. They only have la and ra and things like this. So I just want to try with the sustain. Yeah, thank you, man. I mean, it drove me mad actually this to mix because it has a lot of elements and stuff. But with this one that we're doing now, we're gonna mix it next stream, which is Friday. By the way, the schedule of the stream is under the stream, so make sure you check it out. And yeah, we'll see. I hope I don't struggle with this one as much as they did with the last one. But the last one had, I don't know, like 150 tracks or something, and it was like, it was, or maybe 200. I can't remember. It doesn't matter the number of the tracks, the number of layers that play together. With all of them, a little bit of significance important, and you have to make decisions, and things got messy and all of that. And then when I achieved this result by going really frustrated, so I might. I hope I don't find the same challenge next when we mix this one. Hopefully next stream. Right. So we finished this. So let's see. I think it played something wrong. Let me see. No, I think it's right. Okay. Now, as for the volume, I'm gonna we'll worry about that later because I think this needs automation. So after I print the MIDI, I'll just use automation for some parts and some for others. So now here we have these two notes. Where are they? These two. They're playing from the same library, but I don't like the. Although, as I said, like I'm praising this library, and I'm gonna use this library. I'm just gonna use a different articulation. So I'm gonna use the traditional. This is traditional syllables. I'm gonna use the traditional articulation, and the reason is because I want to use the phrase or the o, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll try them, but none of these were working. Like this is how it sounds currently with these two. Wait until it hits two, and wait until it hit 107. I just don't like that sound that it does there. So I hope it doesn't crash. Let's save it just in case if it crashed, we can load it again. So I'm gonna go to traditional articulation ensemble, and I'm gonna dare to load it. And now, just gonna wait. That's loading, no problem. Fantastic. What else on the list we have to do? So let's see. So we said we wanna add some phrases to these sections. We've done that. So I'm gonna cross that off. We've said we wanna add the choir articulation. I'm doing right now. I wanna extend the solo. This is a simple thing. Okay, we're gonna check the tones of like bass, guitar, and drums. And we're gonna revise the drum programming. After this choir, I'm gonna jump to the drum programming because I wanna make sure I finish that. And then we'll see the bass and the guitar. And then I think that will put us in a point where what I would do is I will prepare the track for mixing, and then on Friday we'll mix the track. So let's do that today. We still have an hour of streaming to do because I'm streaming till 9 p.m. Normally on Friday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is today. And Friday is 8 p.m. to 11. So 3 hours on each day. I will try to increase them as well. But I'm working on some other stuff, which I will show you, and I'll show you later when I launch them. Also music related, but they're very exciting. Okay, so right. So as you can see here in this articulation in this instance that I've just loaded, and we're gonna create a track for it. You've got legato A, legato U, legato and same with sustained. And no, sustained, you've got even more. You've got sustained A, an E, I think, right? So I know that I want the uh, vowel. So I'm probably gonna go with sustain because legato doesn't play chords, and I think most of this is chords. I'm gonna choose. So first, what I'm gonna do is let's um yeah, I mean, if you want, you can. If you have the Kick app, it will send you a notification when I'm live. If you have Twitch, you can see the schedule. And on YouTube, also, if you click the what do you call it, the bell, you will also get notification. But the schedule is always there. So whenever, if you're interested to remember, when was this? Is it today? Is it not? The schedule, I have it on Twitch. I have the schedule on Kick. Below the stream. So it's always there. If you want to remember, you want to see when we're gonna chill next next time. So yeah, 100%. And if you know any people that might enjoy this as well, appreciate it if you share it with them and all of that. I know that the time difference might be difficult for you guys, but especially on Friday because you guys probably would be at work. I mean, I do 8 to 11, so that would be if it's 5 hours, 3. Yeah, you guys probably would still be at work on Friday, I think. Um, but yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add another MIDI, and we're gonna call it wire sustain. Oh, and I'm gonna change this to choir, and I'm gonna color this. I can't remember what I chose. I think it's this one. Oh, yes. Is it? Oh my god. No, it's not actually. It's actually not. If you if you focus, it's actually different. And my OCD would definitely drive me mad. It's this one. Huh. All right. After we finished adjusting that silly detail, um, let's add this here. Okay. So obviously, let's delete all of the staccato stuff that we don't need on this track. Um, So ahead of me. Oh yeah, I already charted in bad chat. Thank you, thank you. Would really appreciate to meet the band. Yeah, absolutely, man. Enjoy your day today, and see you next time. Absolutely, and happy birthday in advance. All right, cheers. No worries. Good night. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. All right. So what we're gonna do? Remove the staccato here, and we're gonna remove the sustain from this section right here. Oh, I don't want to do that. And then it doesn't work. One second, what have I done? I think, what have I done? Um, Obviously, this is not like that. So, no. Um, delete all of this rubbish. No. Okay, delete all of this rubbish here. And then put this just before. I mean, we only need a 64 one. So this might, just this might will do. Actually, I might start doing 32, because 32, I mean, you can see the note and it probably gives it more time. Okay, so let's go to this track. One second. Okay, let's refocus a little bit, because I think I'm messing stuff up. Okay, chill. Alright, let's start over. We need to fix this. Things got crazy. Alright, so here is a sustain, so we don't need any single thing other than sustain. So, but before we delete everything and adjust and decorate, let's check if this works. What if it doesn't? Um, what's happening? Oh, of course. So we need to put let me see. Managed to do this. Let's create separate master output. Okay, so we have this now. One second, let me see here. What do we have? Oh no. This is ST1. I think I know what happened. I think okay. So the last 10 minutes were very bad. I don't know why. Everything went sideways. So let's reestablish ourselves here. So close the woman and the man. Go here, create a separate channel. Okay, put this on as channel. Put this as channel 3. And create separate. I don't want to create separate. I think I know what's happening here. No, just go to this one. But I don't want that. That's the problem. I don't want station. The station. I don't want the first channel. Because what it wants here is, I think it wants me to choose, like to make the anything that is coming out from the women instance to go out from one channel, and anything going out from the men instance to go from another channel, which is not what I want. Okay. So I'm just gonna go with what I have here. Let's activate. So I've activated this channel called Chorus Ensemble. So we find it here. This is where you should find it. This one right here. I don't think we need this. I think we just need this and this. And yeah. And then we go here and we tell it to play 3. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that, that my setup is right. This is why I'm talking very slow. Okay, so this is on 3. And this is on 3. This is taking longer than I wanted it to. Alright, let's solo the sustain. Let's make sure we are choosing the correct articulation we want. So I want sustain because it's what? It's a chord. So sustained is D sharp -1. Okay, so I fixed that. So there was, well, I mean, you probably heard what happening. So what was happening here? Because the choir was playing the same note, but then on a different note, it was changing. It was creating this effect. Which I don't want. I want more of a sustained effect. So if you delete this and extend it, and if you delete this and extend it, you'll end up with this. And then obviously you'll go to fantastic. One more thing is I want to experiment with adding a legato. What do you call it? Bleed. Okay, it's working down, but it's not working here for some reason. So let's go back and see how would this play out. Oh wait. No, I don't like it. Why is this late? So if I put this here, what happens? It's very late, this A here. It's very late for some reason. Oh, by the way, I forgot to make the delay. I'm kind of glad that it was late because I forgot to actually adjust. Forgot to adjust the track delay. Okay, so I don't like the attack. The attack is slow for some reason. I just want to fix this. Okay. By the way, let me just check the state of the mic. I think it's good. But again, I have to stick my face to the mic, which is annoying. It's all because of the problem that happened at the beginning of the stream. If you weren't here, we had some technical difficulties with the mic. Purchased a new one, and it's gonna arrive this week. So hopefully we won't have this issue. I don't know why it's choosing to be annoying a little bit. But I'm fine right now. I'm just using it how I have to right now to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. Let's go here and go to the envelope to see what's going on. Okay, it's turned off. Last time I played with the envelope in Audio Imperia, the results were really, really weird. Okay. I think this is the best we can get with this one. I mean, I can try legato. I know everybody's probably thinking, why don't you just try legato and see how it is? I will try it just so we can see. But it's not gonna play chords, I think. I mean, that's what normally legato don't play chords. Okay, I figured out something as well. Is that you see this here on this track? See you later. And all this time, I just remembered that I want to do these two notes. That's what I wanted. Nothing else. So let's delete this. I don't want any distractions again. I think my brain got fried a little bit. And let's these. Let's delete this. Delete this. Okay. Now this is what we want. Okay, and this is the section that I don't like in the staccato, but I'm gonna try to fix it in the sustain. So let's take, what do we have here? Let's go here. Okay, so right now it's sustain E, which nobody wants. We'll go to sustained. Oh, 1 second. I didn't know this. I didn't see this before. I literally didn't see. I didn't see the staccato articulations here before. Wait. See? Look. Very interesting. Like when I was experimenting with this, I didn't see this scroller at all. Because normally with Audio Imperia, since I use quite a few of their library, for the ones I've seen, I mean, I didn't see any scroller, but I'm definitely gonna pay attention to that in the future. But anyway, regardless of that, we need the D sharp -1. So here we are. Let's see how this plays out in real life. The mix. Okay, we don't need this. And we don't need this. That's it. Can you imagine one patch for one note? Let's see if stacking this with the one that I didn't like works. God damn it, with all of the layers that we've added, this used to be very audible. Now it's not. Well, again, with automation comes power. Okay. And besides, I'm just gonna lower the volume of this. It's too loud for no reason. Okay, I think these are the entire layers that I would like to add. Let's go and just because this is gonna be audio, printed to audio, I'm just gonna do something so when I'm working in the audio version of this, I'm on the safe side, and I have more tail. So with this solo here, see, it ends abruptly. So I'm gonna increase it unnaturally now, and I know it's gonna sound unnatural in MIDI, but again, when I print it to audio, then I would fade it out how I want it, how I want to fade out. So I don't mind to, like, while I'm writing, to listen to it when it sounds dumb, for lack of better words. So let's grab all of these, and I'm just gonna add one bar. And that what I need. Now when this becomes audio, right, I'll just fade it out and select where I want to fade it out. Maybe I'll add some like delay tails at the end, I don't know, but now I have the control. So I'll leave it like this. And again, this solo at the end has 3 layers. So this is the first layer, and we layered one of them in the last session, last stream. So this is the first layer. And then this is the second one. And then you've got like a saxophone one, I think. And together. Okay, so layering I think is complete. Let's just revise very quickly the layers with the guitar solos and the other synths that we layered with the guitar solos. So going to guitar solo number 1, and then again ignore the volumes. After we print everything to audio, we'll gain stage and we'll mix. This is, we're writing now. Okay, so obviously we've got the guitar itself, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, and I think some of the orchestra is playing with it. So let's go on by one just to check if we like everything, because we're gonna commit to everything now. This is, I think, the last post-production session. I think we need to move on to other tracks. Been doing this track for the past 2 streams, and I want to mix it in the next stream, and hopefully on Friday, which is the next stream, we'll mix it and we'll finish it so we can move on to other tracks. But let's see the layers here. So the first layer, obviously we've got the solo itself, the one I recorded. And then you've got, so the first layer we experimented with and we liked is the Anna one. So let's see if we definitely want to confirm and commit on this one. And by the way, I'm gonna keep the solo playing, the guitar one, because the idea of this, which is different to the synth solo at the end, these, so the synth solo at the very end, it's just a synth solo, there is no guitar solo, right? So all of them, I want them to play in unison, maybe at the same level, for them all to sound like a one sound. But with this solo here, I want these 3 layers and the orchestra to be like a support for the guitar solo, which is gonna shine. So it's different type of layering, right? That type of layering is for all of them to create one sound, like one actual same type of volume sound, indistinguishable sound, while this type of layering is for the guitar to be the main layer, and you've got some other stuff that are not harmonized, but playing with it, you know, just to kind of give it depth and like interesting character. So obviously we've added this icy bell type of character just to add like interesting kind of attacks to the solo. And I'm thinking when I make this audio, I'm gonna pan it a little bit to the right. That's how I'm imagining it. And then we've got this. Let's see if we're gonna confirm this. So it's a little bit more. It's very synthy. It has a little bit, mid-range, low mid-range or mid-range, more than the first one. And I think I might pan this one to the left. And then with the mosaic leaves the fire inside. I like this one because it has a legato, sense to it. So it has like slides and. But altogether, with the track itself, sound like this. Fantastic. I'm happy with it, so I'm gonna go with it. I don't think I wanna waste more time on it. And then we've got the organ solo. I think no, that's the second guitar solo. We've layered it with, I think, one layer, and I forgot what the layer is, but let's see the solo itself. Okay, so I can already hear the layer. I like it. I think I might make it way more quieter when I mix this, and I might add a doubler. But I'm gonna make it way quieter because I want the horns to shine more with the solo. They sound way more heroic. Like if you play the brass section with the solo, it's very heroic. And I want that sound to shine, right? So again, the synths are going to be very, low. We'll see how we will put them in, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the synth sounds. I'm happy with the organ solo, which is this one. And I think the trumpets here are playing that with the organs. Right. So now we have half an hour. Let's finally go to the drums and make sure everything is right with the drums. So we're gonna put our drummer hat on. Obviously these velocities, we're gonna randomize them. So let's see what the drums are playing, and we're gonna kind of try to humanize them. I've already quantized a lot. I think all of them I've used the Cubase quantization feature to humanize them. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna care more about the velocity and the actual playing. So I'm gonna play the track one more time, and I'm gonna add notes to see if there are any sections where I might want to write something different to the drums. But I'm not gonna play all the track from the beginning. I'm just gonna play where the drums plays. don't think there's a lot to change. Obviously, we're gonna do some velocity play now, but I think there's a lot to change. But I want to do something very quickly, not drums related. I'm gonna go back to right now, just very quick thing. So this solo here, this the main theme solo. So here it plays 2 times. Right, but at the end here, there's a slide that kind of takes, like, transition you off from the solo. Right, and I want that at the end. So I'm just gonna copy this and put it there. Right, so I'm gonna just do this, take this, go back, and just put this here. Oh, sorry. I messed up. So I don't need all of that. Again. Which one? So go to bar like 1 1. Copy it. Control Z to bring it back how it was. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna delete this. Put this here. Okay, and then we're gonna just very cheaply go to 64. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna fade this sucker in, and then let's see how that sounds. So okay, I learned something that you need to do it twice. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to 1 1, cut this, copy this, cut this, copy this, Control Z. Go back to the bar where we were, and we paste this. Let's see how that sounds now. That sounds way better. I just wanted to add that very quickly. So sounds good. Okay, let's go back to drums. So there are a couple of things that I want to save this. There are a couple of things that I want to fix quickly, but only a couple. There isn't a lot. Like here. Like here, I just want to add a cheeky snare. That's what I want. That's what I want. Oh, you know what? Yes. I don't know, there's something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Um, okay. So other than that, I don't think so. If I need to add something, like to me, if I wanna go in and start adding stuff, it's just because I feel like I need to, but I don't know, I feel like it's okay. So for the snare hit, I just wanna see something. So what we're gonna do in general, we're gonna go here and we're gonna summon the logic editor. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to value 2, you're gonna go to set randomize values between, and can you play around here? Okay, so let me see 0. Okay, just wanted to see what the shortcut for this. So let me see what is the articulation that I like the best for the snare. By the way, I don't care about the rule where it says like you need to play 127 or another rule you need to play. I just go with what I like to hear, you know. So right now, I think between 110 and 115 is what I want. So initially, just initially, I'm gonna go down to rolls and stuff, but initially, I'm just gonna put this between 110 and 115, and gonna apply. Now it's gonna randomize the hits. Now with stuff like this, I'm gonna go down and see what I can do. So I'm just gonna look for rolls now, and for ramps like this, I'm gonna do this. Okay, now roll, we've got something here. Let's go here. Okay, so let's put this down and this up, and then I like to add just to make it a little bit more mistakey type of thing. This doesn't need anything. This same, and this the same ramp. Put this here. Put this here. Let's see how it sounds. Okay. So yeah, just going through these and making sure that I finalize the snare programming here before we. Okay, and what I like about this track is that, you know, first of all, it repeats, so I'm doing the same thing, and it has simple stuff. What about here? So just grab this, do a ramp. Okay, this is the same section as before. Ramp. Again. Alright, I think this is the roll we just programmed. Right, so here you go. Here. This one I'm gonna do a ramp, but not a lot because I'm imagining the drummer is just it's not like introducing a new section, it's just like kind of finalizing. So I'm gonna do a tiny one. I don't know if that would make any difference, but it would satisfy my OCD, so that I'm happy with that. Yeah, that is the snare for you. Now with the drums, with the kick. Let's see what the right velocity is, so we can do the same thing. I think 115. I like it where it is right now. Around 110. So I'm gonna put, what about 107? That's good. So I'm gonna randomize it between 107 and 112. Obviously there are some people that go into sections like this and they make the first kick softer than that. I don't bother with that. What I do is if there's a little bit of an intense section, like these for example, I'll just make them a little bit quieter, a little bit. Like I'll go here. And I'll set the values. Let's catch all of them first. Okay, and let's catch till here. I'll set the values. So let's say from 104 to 10 or 110. Yeah, so let's do 109. Again, it's nothing like you can really hear, but maybe it will trigger the velocities that are quieter. And if I don't like it, I can just mark them again and just use the Cubase logical editor and just do what I'm doing. Just literally change the values. So apply. Okay, and obviously there's a section where there's an entirety of double kicks. So we'll do that as well. Let me just go through all of these 4 hits. Okay, apply. It's as simple as that, really. And you can do it in like a brain dead mode, especially in a repetitive song like this. Obviously, this is a game song, which is why it's repetitive in the first place. And by repetitive, I only mean that the song repeats twice, and in the second part there are a lot of additions and like, you know, Easter eggs and stuff. So it's not exactly repetitive, like everything's copy paste. Okay, this section here, I might do something more, not more intense, but I might just do the same thing, but lower the velocities a lot. So I'm gonna add these as well. So with this one, I might do 100 to 105 and apply. Okay. Yes, I think this sounds more reasonable here. I don't want it to be, you know, over, you know, really, like, I don't want it to to really overwhelm who's ever listening to it. I might even go down to 97 and 102. Let's do these again. I think for these we did before. Let me see. 112, 107 to 112. 107. 112. Here we'll do the same 107 to 112. And that's basically the entirety of the kick. Right, so next, cymbals. So cymbals, what I like to do is normally I like to alternate between the hits. So every other hit is softer a little bit than the previous one, and I like to max it, like literally smash the ones on the downbeat, like these for example, like this. This is open hi-hat, but now, and also, yeah, I haven't done it here. So what I do is this is obviously how a drummer might play, because obviously a drummer might have a drummer have two hands and might not be able to play more than these, right? So two hands and one leg. But just for effects, because I would, just like how I've added like gongs and crashes and stuff, just for the downbeats, I always add a left crash and a right crash, right? So this is a left one. I will add a right one. And with all of the reverse cymbals that I have and the swells, it will not appear as fake. It will appear as part of the effects that are not the drummer effects. Right? I mean, I can basically, if I wanted to, just do another drum track and just do two crashes. You know, I can do that. But you know, like a left and right crash at every downbeat on another drum track, that, and I will label it as drum effects, for example, and not consider it as part of the drum or consider it an effect. I can do that, but and that could be also a good idea, because with that I can print the MIDI, right? Reverse the audio, like print the MIDI to audio, reverse the audio, and then have reverse cymbals. So that could be cool thing to do. In fact, I'm thinking maybe I will try to do it in this mix, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking at the time. It's gonna be 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go. But what we'll do next session on Friday, we'll finalize this. We'll finalize the drums. We'll finalize the bass. We'll finalize the guitar tone, the bass tone, the drums. We'll select drum parts. All of us, sorry, drum heads. We'll do that trick, and we'll prepare the track for the mix, and then we'll mix it. So I'll show you how I prepare, how I convert this session from a writing session to a mixing session, and how I mix down, how I change everything from MIDI to audio, how I will prepare it, how I gain stage it, how everything. Will do that next session. But with that being said, thank you for joining today. I'm gonna have to head off because it's almost gonna be 9 o'clock. I have a call to do at 9. I've got something, some exciting stuff gonna happen soon. But when you want to tune in, you can check the schedule down under the stream. If you're on Twitch and Kick, they're literally under the stream. If you're on YouTube, they are in the description. But basically, it's Friday 8 to 11 p.m. and Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. Every Friday, every Sunday. I'm gonna try to add a third day. I'm gonna see my schedule. I'm gonna really try to add a third day, but for now these two. So it will be next Friday or next Sunday, depending on your availability. For me, I'm doing Friday and Sunday, but I hope to see you on both. If you can make at least one of them, I would appreciate that very much. Again, appreciate you watching this, whether you're live right now on one of the three platforms or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact. Hope you enjoyed the session, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna have to head off. See you guys. Thank you.